Welcome and thanks for stopping by. I'm Digital Micro. You're on the Digital Micro Trading Journal channel. Day trading for an ROI payout. It's just my trade journal market analysis, rule-based price action trading, daily affirmation. I see it and understand rigid discipline and rules, flexible and outcome expectations, independent thinker, impeccable risk manager, precision-based trader, responsible business manager. And here we are. Wednesday, Asia Globex ES price action levels, and there is an 8:30 a.m. Eastern news catalyst. So we got to be staying aware. It's not a huge one, but still, housing starts, building permits. On the far right, we've got the U.S. dollar, and it's been in this yellow rectangle 24-hour fair value gap, and it's not had a close yet below the red line, but the prior day, Tuesday, we did candle wick through that red line, but we did not end up closing below it. We were ending up closing just above it. Currently in the Asia Globex, the dollar is on the upper portion of that fair value gap imbalance. So we'll see. It's consolidated. In the middle, we've got the ES 24-hour chart. I'm going to go through the levels, and on the far left, we've got the 1 hour. So let's get to the ES price levels next. ES 24-hour chart. So what I'm looking here, right here on the far right, of course, is we've got a black down candle within the range totally of the prior day's candles. But when I look at these naked, non-annotated charts, I'm primarily looking at candle wick action. And what Tuesday gave us was a long wick down from 44.01 level all the way to the low of 43.66. I'm going to pause the video now, put the annotations in, and go from there. So now that we've got the annotations on, the first thing I want to note is for Wednesday, the 18th, the new day open gap, and let's open that up a little bit. 4,400 on the top, on the low, we have 43.98. So that's a decent little gap here. And we have notably the high for the prior day at 44.05 as the PM high. So the PM high is the 1:30 and beyond afternoon high. For the high of day actually was at 12:30, and that lunch high reached 44.23, and that dug into this gray rectangle consequent encroachment of a daily fair value gap. So that goes back a ways, but still it's just noticing that we had a mohawk of this candle wick here prior day hitting above the consequent encroachment of the daily fair value gap. So I'm just saying. So below it, the next level, since we're not in London yet, is I'm looking at the order imbalances. And again, I'm still liking this 4 hour. Let me just get a better read on this. 4 hour fair value gap is still an imbalance area that I'm playing with. And notice how, again, the new day open gaps are just above it. Below it, I'm looking at this sweet spot on the 15-minute fair value gap. So again, that prior day's big candle wick, it's right here, and I'm targeting 4377.75. It's not definitely of the low of the prior day, but again, I'm just looking for easy low-hanging fruit here. So the PM low for the afternoon, 43.8350. So these are the levels. Again, price could, on any kind of world event happening, go way below it. I will note the October 17th are 43.6925, so almost near the low of Tuesday. We opened up at 43.69.25. And then, of course, we've got below that in red here the October 16th new week open gap way down here at 43.56.75, 43.51, and price has not tagged that. That might be later in the week, but I'm just being aware of these levels, and I'm still keeping on this yellow rectangle that happened to be Monday's open range RTH session only open gap. So we dug into it a bit, but we really didn't manage to get below the consequent encroachment of that gap. So that's yet to be filled. I'm going to keep it on the charts for another few days. So that wraps up the ES 24-hour chart. Okay, baseline 5, let's get to it. So we still have that inverted yield curve since July 2022, 203, 520. And the 10-year, 483.4. So again, why is the dollar important? If the dollar keeps at a high level, that's going to compete against stocks and equities and foreign currencies. So it would be more risk off if we have a bull dollar. And bull dollars are supported by high yields, and high yields, these 520 and the 483 on the 2 and the 10, these are year-to-date high levels, okay? We're in the zip code of year-to-date highs on both of these maturities and treasuries. Crude oil at 88.31, 106.28 on the dollar. We already looked at that on the chart prior. And then volatility's coming in on the VIX, 7.88. That's how we closed on the 17th. So that wraps up this video. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Please subscribe or give it a, if you've not already done so, to help support the channel. Thanks so much. Aloha. Bye.